Hello, Chatham Warriors. This is Mrs. Cruz. Thank you again for joining me. Welcome back to school, Chatham Warriors. And thank you for those of you who joined our meet and greet drive-through. I cannot stop hearing teachers rave about how excited they are to meet you and to interact and work with you, even during these challenging times. Before I move on, I just want to let you know that I really feel for our students, or we all do. We really wish they could be with us every day, interacting with their teachers and their friends. Also, shout out to our parents. I know we have several working parents trying to navigate through this new way of learning, parents with language barriers, parents who stay at home to help their children, and then also to our teachers who have learned a new way of teaching in just a short amount of time. We dream of the day they can be with us each and every day, and so we could see their smiling faces and hear their laughter in the hallways. So before I move on, I just really want you to know how much I appreciate all of you, students, parents, our teachers, staff, and that I'm so glad we're in this together. And there are so many things that we have already went through and are working through in this short amount of time. I know there's feelings of frustration as we navigate through something new and unknown and unwanted, but I think we're making the best of it, and it'll just continue to get better each week. So again, thank you. Welcome back to school, and thank you for those of you who have already interacted with your teachers and joined us. Hopefully by the end of this week, we can make sure we connect 100% with all of our families. Some topics that will be covered in this video are some district updates, student appointments, attendance, and reminders. Decided to do this video because several parents are still having a challenging time connecting their students, which is understandable. This is all unknown, and there are a few district updates I wanted to remind you of. I wanted to share this quote. Individually, we are one drop, and together we are an ocean. So really, as we work together, we do great things on our own, but together we can accomplish so much more. So this quote really meant a lot during this week to me and to our staff. A technology update, we had received a $180,000 grant to purchase to order 600 devices. However, we have not received them yet, and we do apologize for the shipping process and delay, but we're going to get them hopefully soon. But know that we're working on getting the data on what families need devices and internet, and trying to check out those devices next week. So make sure to reach out if you need any devices or internet for your families. Another reminder, welcome back again. We are Warrior Strong. We had a great video made to introduce our families and our teachers to the new school year. Remember, Sharice Alvera is a superintendent. She shared her information. Steve Lewis is the Mountain View Middle School principal, and then I am Sarah Cruz, a Chatham Elementary School principal, and our information was shared via Parent Square, and the video for our welcome back to school was also included. We also have a Chatham Elementary YouTube channel where I have tutorials, updates, and any fun videos or events that we may have during the school year. This one will also be included. We have 136 subscribers right now. If you subscribe, you'll get notifications as soon as the videos are posted. Also, our grab and go meals are set up just like summer was. You can get your lunches, breakfast, and supper from August 17th through December 18th from 8:30 to 10:30 a.m. If you are registered for Chatham Elementary School, we will provide those meals for you still on Mondays and pack those 5 meals with milk. Student appointments, those start Monday morning. We are so excited to see some families drop off their kids so they can interact with their teachers. Kindergarten has already started their appointments and assessments, and it was so great to see them on campus. To set up an appointment, I'm sure your teachers have went over this, but I just want to make sure I go over it again. If you go into your Google Classroom, and you go into your teacher's Google Classroom, there is an appointment section. When you click on student appointments, a form like this will show up. I'll actually exit out of that and show you how I would be making an appointment. I call this the waffle or your Google Apps. Again, remember, make sure you're in your own account. I go to Google Classroom. Mrs. Cruz's Google Classroom looks different than yours. I have access to all of the staff's Google Classroom so I can see what you're doing. You go to classwork, and there's your daily attendance, and here's where you make your appointments. Say you really want to have 9:15 on Mondays. Remember, you can do one appointment. I would put your child's name, but I'm just going to put mine as an example. And there were issues. Families were typing in their child's name, but then it wasn't saving. Make sure you press enter. It is like an Excel sheet, but it's a Google sheet. Just make sure you press enter to confirm the name in that area. And make sure you only sign up once a week and in an area that's available. Let me go back to the presentation. So that's how you make a student appointment. Several families have already made appointments. Also, just a reminder, it's only for your child to attend. Unless you are in kinder, we are doing assessments a little differently for the first couple weeks of school. But first grade through fifth grade, when you show up for your student appointments, you'll come through the main entrance. You will use the bus zone to drive up, and this is the area to drop off and pick up your students, or if you have work to drop off. The adult must remain in the car, and there's a welcome team for your child to make sure they make it safely to their classroom. And then you can exit out or park and wait, but you must remain in the car. A few reminders of a remote learning schedule. I did a tutorial on each of the color sections and what those meant, but I know it's still confusing for some, and that is okay. It's all unknown. It will take time to get used to the schedule. Remember, the first part of the day is for teachers just to check their attendance from the previous day. This light blue section, we would love to see you every morning to say good morning to your teacher and take that attendance form. Fill that attendance form out to take attendance. I'll show you in just a minute how we calculate your attendance for the day. The green section is really for your teachers to push out those lessons and maybe make contact with families if they need extra help, or they might grade your assignments, make parent squares, any type of connection to make sure families are engaging in those remote learning lessons. But those, again, lessons can be accessed at any time during the day to help accommodate families at work or may not have access to Wi-Fi till certain parts of the day. The student appointments will start on Monday, and those are 2 to 3 students with their teachers outside doing review, turning in work, assessments, just checking on them, some interaction with their teacher. I think this is a great opportunity and makes us very unique in our schedule. We make sure to sanitize. And then at the end of the day, it's just an interaction time that you can have with your teacher and your peers. But know that that time really is we treat it as if you are in the classroom and the teacher is walking around and you raise your hand because you need something help on an assignment. So anything that was pushed out during your green section time, I'm sure would be pushed out earlier, but for sure it's by that green section time. You can ask your teacher for any help during that time. And remember, once a week, your teachers probably have already communicated with you. They're only available 4 days a week during that 1:35 to 3 o'clock time because they'll be in professional learning so they can get better each week for all of you. There's different ways for us to take attendance. We also are collecting interaction data Everything is pushed through Google Classroom. We collect data based on if you took attendance in your form that's in Google Classroom, if you showed up or made an appointment or attended a Zoom meeting. That attendance sheet is called a form. In your attendance tab in Google Classroom, you just put your first, last name, and if you're at home or you came to school to see your teacher, just one more way to start your morning off as if you're in the classroom and your teacher called your name and you say that you were here. We also have appointments and again, Zoom. Also, a way for us to collect interaction data is if you view your videos or submit work during the week. Again, if you go to Google Classroom each day of the week, your teacher has put assignments for you to complete or videos for you to view. So there is a way for us to check to see if you interacted with the video or clicked on it, and things like that. So multiple ways for us to take attendance. Parent Square, if you've connected with your teacher in Parent Square, we collect that data, and Zoom also. So all of these are different ways for you to be present during the day. Some of you may have gotten phone calls that you were absent. That just means we haven't heard from you from the day. And remember, remote learning is just like being at school, but from a distance. So you have to make sure you do some kind of interaction every single day. Or maybe you dropped off your work because you don't have great internet access and you finish your packet and you drop it off. That's also another way to interact with your teacher. Just a reminder, make sure to be in your school Google account. I know this has been challenging because we have so many different devices out there until we receive our district provided device. I know your teachers appreciate you guys making it work. We have families, some have tablets, some have iPads, some are using their phones, laptops, maybe a previous checked out device from our district. You guys are making it work, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so thankful, and I know your teachers are as well. Just remember, make sure you go to the right-hand corner and you make sure you're in your Google account so you can access your Google Classroom, and everyone is doing a great job. We almost have everyone connected. So again, welcome back. We appreciate your patience. We just need a lot of grace on both ends, and that I think we are doing a great job, and that we are in this together, and that each week will get better and better. Hopefully this is short term, but for now, I'm proud of each and every one of you, parents, students, teachers, staff. I feel like we're doing the best that we can, and we're all in this together, and I foresee great things in our future. So thank you and welcome back. Have a great day.